welcome back to the reading vlogs. It is Tuesday. It has been a week already. Yeah, I don't know. I hope my vlogging and the check-ins will get better from here on out, but yeah, I'm making some progress at work, which is great. But I'm still just utterly wiped from work. It is getting to me. I'm not a fan, to be honest. I thought we'd start with the reading. I am still reading The Way of Kings 1, like part 1 of 2. I am this far through, so I have, I don't know, maybe like 150 pages, 200 pages left. I remember more from this book than I would have thought, which is actually really good. I enjoy the book, though I think that because I'm being so utterly tired from like life and work in general, I feel like the book is a lot, even though I don't think it really is. I mean, you know, we have like pretty much these 3 stories we are following. I really love Kaladin's story. I think his is like despair and hope lay so close together with him, and yeah, I really like that. You know, it's like this guy who's just gaming the system and trying to not only save himself but also help the other ones and all of that. I really like that part of the story. I think the one I'm the most like not disinterested in, but like the one I feel the least for is the he begins with the D, the guy with his 2 sons. His story, I always forget his name. I think that is the story I'm like the least excited for, but like I still like it. It's just like I love the other ones just more. I just like the other ones more because I feel like the other ones have higher stakes and I feel for them more. I mean, it might be because obviously one is like the, what is he, the king's brother? Yeah, I think he was the king's brother. So, you know, obviously he has a different life and different sorrows than our other 2, Shallan and Kaladin. So yeah, but yeah, I am still enjoying this. I am making my way through it, even though it is slow. But you know, slow and steady is how we're gonna do this. Other than that, I started a new top. I finished the other top. Let me show you. It looks bad on me. I don't like it. I'm really disappointed. I will have to take it apart, but I kept it together to show you. This is the finished top I did last week, and I don't like it at all on me. If I put it on, obviously, technically you wouldn't wear something underneath it, but you could. And this is how it's looking, and yeah, it's too short. I should have made it longer. But I just think that personally, the way this is done just does not look good on my shoulders. I think it doesn't like have a nice form for me. I think it doesn't suit me, to be totally honest, which obviously I couldn't know before. I have never worn a top like this, and so yeah, I don't like it. I will have to take it apart and make something different with the yarn, because I do like the yarn, how it feels on my skin. I just do not like what I make with it. So yeah, my first knitting fail in terms of not liking the garment once it's finished. The pattern was really good. It was really easily understandable. It knit up really nice. I just do not like the look on myself. I just think it makes my arms look really weird, and I don't enjoy that. So yeah, but this is how it looks. I'm gonna, yeah, but now that I've shown you, I can actually actively take it apart again. So after that disappointment, I started a new top, and that is looking like this right now. It's a little bit chaotic, but yeah, I'm doing just like a pretty basic little tank top, which is what I wear the most, so I really like it, and I love the color. It's like a grayish purple again, which I feel like really suits me. So yeah, that is what I'm working on at the moment, and I'm doing a little bit of gaming. So yeah, that is how life is going right now. we are awaiting another storm today, so we'll see how that will be going. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully I can get to nearly the end, because I do want to continue and get through this till the end of the month, like this one and the next one. So we'll see. Okay, it's a couple of days later now. I know I'm probably annoying you, but I'm having a tired week again. Work is easier, but still not easygoing as it is most of the time, sadly. But yeah, I'm having a tired week. I didn't get around to check in with you yesterday, but I did do some reading, and I do have a bit of plans for today. I finished the first part of The Way of Kings. I'm still giving this 5 stars. I do really love this series, especially the beginning, though I do think the Shallan and Kaladin stories are definitely my favorites, and the other one, which I still not remember the name of, Dalinor's story it's not a bad story, it's just that I love the other two more, kind of. So yeah, but my absolute favorite is Kaladin, so I do hope that it stays that way. And yeah, we're going through like towards the whole high storm thing with Kaladin, and yeah, it is a crazy times in the book. And then I did start with part 2 because obviously I do want to get through part 2. I have the hopes of getting through it this week still, so that I have the first book of the series finished this month, and I can stick to my plan of reading hopefully the next book of the series next month. But yeah, I'm 130 pages in, so good bit. And yeah, also I have to say I really love the illustrations in the books. They are pretty cool. So yeah, we get a little bit more of like Kaladin's history, stuff like that. Shallan trying to find out what she can after her thievery, and yeah, we are getting a good way through the story. It is a lot of fun. I think it's a little bit too much for my brain right now, but as I've already read it, it does read a little bit easier than if it would have been the first time. I think if it would have been the first time, I would have chosen another book right now, just because I'm so tired from work and my brain isn't like perceptive as it is when I'm not as tired from work. So yeah, I think that it's making a difference, but not that much of a difference because I know the book already. Other than that, I did quite a bit of knitting. I am working on my tank top, which is getting along quite nicely. I don't have too much length left. It is looking nice, and then I do have to do some finishing on the arms and the top here. So my hope is that I can finish this one this week. And it's feeling really nice. I really like the cotton I'm making this out of, and yeah, I'm really happy with this one. Hopefully it is a tank top I can actually wear. And then the kind of the goals for this evening is to do a lot of frogging. I shown you in the video where I showed you the storage room, the box where all of my like frogging projects and like things I need to fix are in, and I want to tackle that so I can make room in there for other things that I need to do. So I want to frog this one, and then these two sweaters that I never wear for different reasons. This one is acrylic yarn. I hate acrylic yarn on my skin, so I'm gonna have to take this apart, and this is cotton, but it is way too stiff in crochet form. This was like my first self-made crochet top, and I don't wear it. It is uncomfortable, and the neckline is just way too far up for this top, so I don't wear it. So yeah, I want to frock these 3 things, and then I want to get through the cosplay stuff that I need to take apart to get my buckles back and throw the leather parts away because they aren't really usable anymore, because I used some glue that I shouldn't have used and I didn't know better at the time. So yeah, I need to throw the fake leather away, sadly, but I want to rescue the buckles. So that are the plans for this evening. I might go and find a nice audiobook if I can find one. That would be ideal for tonight. And yeah, other than that, I will do a little bit of gaming now, and hopefully I have another good check-in for you tomorrow, and we'll see. Also, tomorrow's Friday, so the weekend's finally coming, and yeah, hopefully I'm gonna be a little bit more awake on the weekend. But yeah, I will see you with the next reading update. Okay, it is Friday afternoon now. I finished work for the week. I am so glad that that is over for the week. I mean, work was good this week, but I'm incredibly tired still. As you can see, my hair is ever changing. It looks really red on camera. It's more like a plum color. Yeah, I really like it. I got some valuable tips from a hairstylist today, which is great, because I thought about maybe doing like a blue or a green, but he told me that it's probably a bad idea and that will look really ugly if I do that, because it will look like a failed black color. So I will not do that, which, you know, is good to know, so I don't make as many more mistakes with my hair, which they will happen, but we can try to make them as minimal as possible. I did quite a bit of reading. I have gotten through a lot of Kaladin's story now. He, you know, now him being transformed and all that he's done for the guys that are on his team or in his group for at the slave camp and stuff like that. And yeah, him now being a radiant and learning what that kind of means and what that brings with it. So that was a big part of what I read today. So yeah, it was good. It was really good. I love Kaladin's story. So, you know, containing to that. I don't think I will finish the book this week. You know, it's longer than I expected, kind of. But yeah, I think I'm still like, well, more than 200 pages out. Yeah, I think I'm still like 300 pages out, and it is really unrealistic to read that tomorrow. Because today I wanna do some gaming the rest of the day, and I am, with my top, I have now knit the full length, and I am currently binding off. So I can't show you right now because I don't want to lose stitches, and the bind off takes forever because it's an I-cord bind off. That takes a long time, but it looks really good. So hopefully I will be finished with that tomorrow, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think I will just have to read the little bit of the rest and like for like the last next week's vlog. Other than that, I did start an audiobook yesterday. I finished half of the things I wanted to finish yesterday. I took apart the orange top, and then I took apart all of the metal stuff from the like failed cosplay thing and threw the rest away. And then I started taking the other two tops apart, but they are sewn together, so they took a long time to take apart, so I didn't finish with that. Hopefully I can get around to that this evening, but we'll see. And I did start with an audiobook, which is also from Brandon Sanderson, but my library had The Sunlit Man as an audiobook, and let me tell you, that is, I think, my favorite from the 4 Kickstarter books that he did, and which I have read 3 so far because I don't really care for the 4th one. But yeah, The Sunlit Man is by far my favorite. Followed relatively closely by Tress of the Emerald Sea. But yeah, and so I saw that I could get the audiobook for that, and I only ever read it. I didn't, I've never listened to an audiobook of Brandon Sanderson, so I thought I would go with that one because that is relatively simple compared to his other fantasy. I feel like there's a lot less happening in the book. It is a lot more action-packed, and I really like that. So I'm listening to that one. The audiobook is really good. I am enjoying that. I think I'm an hour and a half in, so from like 11 hours, I think, is the audiobook. So obviously I won't finish that this week, but I will continue next week with that. And yeah, it's a really good audiobook. I don't think I would enjoy Mistborn or the Stormlight Archive that much as an audiobook because they are a lot more complex and they have a lot more characters and a lot more happening, like political wise and stuff like that. And the Sunlit Man, obviously we only have one main character and it is comparatively simple compared to the rest. But yeah, I still really love that book and I really enjoy listening to it. So that is great. So yeah, I will continue with that this evening. Pretty much I'm just at the point where the main character has gotten into the arena and is supposed to fight in the arena against the guys with the fire in their chest. So yeah, that is where I'm at. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that one. I love that book. I think sometimes I wish Brandon Sanderson would write more simpler fantasy. Sometimes, especially with like the Way of Kings and the Stormlight Archive, I feel like some points I feel like he has overdone it and it's a little bit too unnecessarily complex, but I do get it. I do get, that he enjoys the writing and the stories and stuff like that. But at some points, I feel like he could have dialed us down a little bit and it would still be brilliant. But, just personal opinion. But yeah, that is what is up today. Hopefully I can finish my top by tomorrow. We'll see. The Icon Band of does take a long time. But I think I might be able to do that. And then I can show you the finished object, which I think it's looking really good. And yeah, I will now go upstairs and play some more Ever After Falls, which is like a farming collecting game, a little bit like Stardew Valley, but not like completely the same. And yeah, I'm trying to get 100% of that before Tales of the Shire comes out on Monday, because a farming sim, life sim set in the Shire, made by Vita Workshops. I am looking forward to that game. So yeah, probably next week I will do a lot more gaming than reading, but we'll see. Okay, let's end the vlog for this week. I don't have the book with me upstairs, and to be honest, I'm too lazy to go downstairs and get it, but I have around, I think, 80 pages left for the Way of Kings Part 2. Yeah, I really like it. I think I would love a little bit of like a general more faster pace, but I think that is just like a really like personal feeling for how I like my books, and I think that is the thing I enjoy more with the Mistborn series, that it's a really active series, and like there's a lot happening in Mistborn and there's also a lot happening in the Way of Kings, but I think it's just more on the theoretical side and the more like interpersonal side, so it feels a lot slower to me. I think that is like one of the main points I prefer in Mistborn, but I'm still giving The Way of Kings 5 stars. It is a brilliant book. Like, it is a really, really good book. The, like, 3 different types of stories in, like, one are really, really good. I really enjoy that. I think also it kind of tends to make up for if you don't enjoy one story as much as the other. I feel like the switching between them and having, like, different aspects of the stories at different times, like, it's a nice pacing, like changing between the stories, just a little bit too slow for my overall enjoyment. But yeah, 5 stars still. Obviously I'm gonna give the rating already and I'm gonna read the final 80 pages probably tomorrow, and then we're done with that. But obviously that's not in the vlog anymore. And then for the audiobook for The Sunlit Man. I nearly forgot what it's called. I'm about 5 hours into that one, so nearly halfway through. And yeah, I really love that one. I think if you've read a lot of the Cosmere, which, you know, I think I have like read half of the books in the Cosmere, I think the Sunlit Man just really stands out to me. I think it feels like a really condensed version of what Brandon Sanderson can do with his stories. Just like put into a little bit of like a smaller story, because obviously he tends to write a lot of long series and long books, and The Sunlit Man feels a little bit shorter, but like a lot of action, but also a lot of like character growing. Like the character changes quite a bit throughout the story because of the people that he meets on this planet and their plight of having to like run from the sun again and again and again, and then also having like these overlords being incredibly horrible to them, and that being like a big problem. So yeah, it's a really cool story. So I'm really enjoying that one, doing like a listen to that one. I think the audiobook is really good. I don't enjoy a lot of fantasy audiobooks. I think for me, the exception really is The Lord of the Rings. Those I just adore so much. So yeah, The Sunlit Man really is an exception to that. I really do like the audiobook. I think it listens to really well, but I think it's also because you don't have a lot of like point of views. We just have the Sunlit Man, and like we only have our main character, and so it's not as confusing as I think a lot of like fantasy audiobooks are for me personally. So yeah, that is where we're at the point. And then I did wanted to show you this one on, but I can't. It's a little bit of my own problem, but what I did knitting wise is I finished the I-cord edge for the bottom, and then I also finished the I-cord edge for the collar. And then right now I'm working on the I-cord edge for the arm, so I can't put it on for you and show you, so I will have to show you in next week's vlog. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this one is turning out. It has a really good length, it looks good, it looks much better than the other one. And yeah, I think this kind of like a cut suits me a lot more, where it goes in a lot more and you can see my shoulders a little bit more. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. I don't know if I will finish it today or more like tomorrow or the beginning of next week, because I'm currently trying to 100% ever after falls, something like that, and it does the thing where games like put content behind a certain quest but don't tell you that you need to do the quests to unlock the content. So I ignored the quests after I got the achievement for like doing X amount of quests, because I thought, well, the quests don't seem to be that important. Like I didn't get that many important items through the quests, so I ignored them, to then find out that I needed to do them all. So yeah, we'll see, but I'm hopeful I can finish it 100% today or tomorrow. So I don't know how much knitting I will get done. Probably also not a lot of reading that will get done today, but you know, I'm just in a gaming mood today, so I think that's totally fine. So yeah, that is it for the end of this vlog. I hope you enjoyed this Brandon Sanderson reading week. And yeah, we'll see where I will pick up the reading next week. I don't even know what book I will pick up next. So yeah, we'll see, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and hopefully I will get to see you again in the next video. Bye!